heard those Black Ring mages use dark magic. You think that hurts? I mean, really hurts? Divine, I'm nervous.
I don't care about orders. These bodies are potentially of great interest to science.
And I will more than potentially end up in a cell if I don't burn them like the captain said.
But what's a few days of potato peeling duty against the advancement of the healer's knowledge?
Well, I think I'll answer that rhetorical question with a big bonfire. Go on, get out of here.
Dragon Knight, please stop this fool before he destroys these perfect specimens. Think of what we could learn.
Well, if you say so, Mum. Pity, though. I love watching them burn.
Praise the divine. The voice of reason sounds louder here today. Thank you, Dragon Knight. I will start to work without delay.
Another one to add to the collection. It's stuck.
We just have to prepare a bit, and then we're off researching. A true triumph for science. Psst! Over here. Be discreet about it. Hello there. Never seen you around. Can I interest you in some of the goods I have to sell? Where is that bloody doorman? I've been waiting for the merchandise for a week now. For this is rather far away. But the blasted lazybones should have made it before that wizard fellow put up a shield. Look, I'm here to trade, not to talk, understand? Either you part with money, or we part ways. What? You should have said something earlier. I've been ripping you off like all the other fatheads in this town. Go on, get down there. Mysis is waiting for you.
Nicked a magnificent set of jewellery last month, belonged to Lady Auburn. And now the old girl's kicked the bucket, killed by some undead, after I went through all that trouble.
Another one to add to the collection.
Am I glad I moved to Alaroth? Only things to steal in Highhall were Beatrice's panties.
See this hand? Lost 2 fingers trying to get into Dale Dartus's house. The snaky rotter doesn't mess around, I can tell you that. Troll tooth traps. Who expects that?
service.
Ah, good to see you. You know the drill. Trade and fade before the law could sniff you out. Diodatus is a fool if he thinks the treasury is safe. No lock so difficult that I can't break it. Without delay. Don't dilly-dally. Trade and fade. Hey, we don't like that kind of talk around here, get it? I thought you'd know better than that. In every city, goods get misplaced, and often they end up in poor people's hands instead of in rich bastards' cupboards. I am merely a link in the chain that provides this public service. That's none of your business. Now whip out your wares or go. You lonesome champion laddie. Let's show 'em what we do to rats, men.
Shiny.
This is the corner they described to me, so you must be Nurk, correct? I've brought the items, so let's find a place a little more inconspicuous.
Bugger off, you champion spy. You, Dorman? She's standing right behind me, you fool.
What? That is a blatant lie. This is not. I am Dorman. What is this masquerade?
You've got as long as it takes for pigeon poo to drop before I slit your lying throat.
This is unacceptable. The Distis will hear of this outrage. You'll rule the day, you'll see.
Damn champions. Think they can trick me? I'm not as gullible as all that. You're Dorman, and that's that. Say, what was all that ruckus I heard? You want to alert every bloody champion in this town? Mysus, you thug. May you be boiled in leprous boils.
Shiny.
I found the spell in the deepest recesses of Castle Wolfstone's crypts.
These are good tidings indeed, dearest Camilla. I shall gather the Sisters of Sin and prepare for the rite with haste.
How I long for the moment when I will find myself in the embrace of Azeroth.
It's Astaroth, damn it! Get off the stage, just get off the stage! How in the name of the devil's arse am I supposed to put this play in production with nothing but amateurs and dilettantes on the scene? Kathy, you can stay, but tomorrow you're out. We'll just have to find a new Camilla. And until one magically shoots out of the ground, I'll be backstage.
Alfred may be difficult, but at least he knows quality when he sees it. And Tamara, well, let's just say she couldn't portray a convincing pig if you painted her pink and gave her a curly tail.
How dare Alfred command me off the stage? I'm frankly too famous to be treated like this. First thing in the morning, he'll be hearing from my agent.
As I live and breathe no more, a mortal. It has been long since one has deemed our theatre worthy of a visit. Perhaps I left that script in the secret part of the cellar. Well, no secret. Anyone can push the button by the desk. The show must go on, friend, always. If I can find some decent actors, that is. Now, here's a thought. Why don't you step in? We're playing Chambers of Blood. I'm sure you're familiar with the text. Really? Well, I find that very hard to believe. In any case, I lost my copy long ago, and you're still welcome to try. We'll concentrate on the scene in which Desdemona and Camilla summon Astaroth, and you'll be playing the part of Camilla. It is an ancient, anonymous play that has always been rather popular because of its controversial and hot-blooded theme and content. Combine demons, passionate women, an unquenchable appetite for power and lust for the sake of lust, and you have a smash hit on your hands every time. Unfortunately, that dumbbell of a Tamara used the Bloodspawn edition of the play, which substitutes a fake incantation with a real one. During opening night, the demon Astaroth was really summoned, and soon we all fell beneath his talons. I checked the cellar. Bound to be some copy lying around in there. supposed to do? Rattle chains and yell boo at frightened passers-by like household apparitions? The fates have deemed it fit to let us haunt our stage, and so we will perform until the end of time. May the muses follow you always.
Shiny. Shiny.
Fascinating stuff, Dragon Knight. Fascinating. A true triumph for science.
Shiny.
Ready for everlasting fame on the stage? Excellent. Let's get this show on the road then.
We shall now proceed My sisters, one in purpose and one to be in blood, to summon the great Astaroth, who shall engender our might. Answer now the 3 queries that will bring his majesty forth. Tell this Duke of Hell why we seek his favor. Tell this Prince of Night how our loins will sport in sovereignty. Show this king of brimstone we have knowledge of the incantation that may draw him from the pit. No! What did you do? The Bloodspawn edition! Astaroth is back!
Another one to add. Another one to add to the collection. I'm Mara, stranger. Pleased to meet you.
Eternity, as a ghost among amateur players in a mediocre play. This death is remarkably like life.
I am makeup artist and costume designer. That's the real tragedy, though. To create nice clothes and now being an ugly ghost. The only thing that can make me pretty now is a big, beautifully embroidered sheet. But a ghost under a sheet, that's so last century. I did indeed. How very naughty of you to use the Bloodspawn edition again. Not that I mind you. At least now I don't have to listen to them botch up another rehearsal. Asselhoff, what amateurs. Starvation? The lout will spend their worth on gambling, and worse in Evelyn's house of ill repute. Well drove my daughter to madness, the knave, until she fell down some stairs and broke her neck, the poor girl. But I suppose he can have the damned earrings if he needs them. Here's hoping the liquor they'll buy him will see him drowned in his own vomit. But what is there to haunt?
But think of my establishment, my dearest Raymond. I need to satisfy my clientele. They desire the amorous touch of Aphrodite, after all, not the sinister sting of the assassin.
I'm sorry, Evelyn, but we have more important things to do. Half the population of Alaroth has been murdered by rift spawn and undead stalkers. The victims here simply befell the same fate.
Are you seriously telling me you will leave these vicious murders unresearched and unavenged? Raymond, sugar, do reconsider, and consider just how passionately grateful I would be.
My duties lie elsewhere, alas. And besides, I believe my desires will remain sufficiently doused as long as Damien and his droves of demons domineer the skies over Alaroth.
Go then, you heartless lout, and don't come begging for my caress when the battle is over and your appetites have been restored. Oh, it's you, isn't it? The Dragon Knight. What an exquisite creature you are. Such seductive eyes, such a pretty face. I'm getting quite warm all of a sudden. How easy it is to seduce for one with my charm. Oh, it's simply horrible. Half of my current clients have been savagely slain. I have 3 rooms here in my hotel, and in each lie the victims of vicious massacre. The champions do not care at all, but I need to know what has been happening, or this tragedy may spell my ruin and perhaps even death. Praise be that fate has brought you here this day. To have a being of such beauty come to me must surely mean the gods of love and lust have not abandoned their most ardent follower. Here are the keys to those rooms of terror. Please investigate, my sweet, and the reward will be spectacular. There lies the body of a gentleman who hailed from Broken Valley Village. Folo was his name. I don't know what he was doing here, in my establishment specifically, I mean. It was just him and a pig in there. I guess he was traveling to a fair and ended up here. Wrong time, wrong place. Poor fellow. Such a sad affair. A young couple it was. Dirk and Dana, I believe. They were here on their honeymoon of all things. What rotten luck. The way they were just torn apart, it's incomprehensible. Like a great rage must have taken possession of the murderer. That's all I can do to hold it together, Sugar. I may need you to hold me before long. I don't rightly know much about him, to tell you the truth. He was a nobleman of sorts, who, like so many, came here to look for some company, you know. He was killed in his room, just like the others, but his escorts won't let anybody in there, because they are waiting for some kind of approval from his hometown to move the body. Perhaps you, a dragon knight, can convince them to turn a blind eye. Shouldn't be a problem for you, Sugar. Hurry back, sweet lips.
You can see flashes in Kevin's mind that depict the murder of Folo, but from a low height. During the struggle, Folo was repeatedly stabbed with a weapon that was afterwards flung under the bed.
Another one to add to the collection.
I'm sorry, Dragon Knight, but I cannot allow you into this room. My master's remains are off limits.
I sense something behind this door. Find a way in. You must.
I would, but my orders are clear. No one enters the chamber.
A sad affair, this. I knew we shouldn't have come to this place of ill repute.
I'm sorry, Dragon Knight, but I cannot allow you into this room. My master's remains are off limits. My lord is a prince of Rivertown, whose family would not allow anyone to tamper with his dead body. They pride themselves in the mausoleum wherein are displayed, in a perfectly preserved state, generations of their ancestors. An embalmer is on his way, ready to maintain the prince's corpse in as impeccable a condition as possible. All outside influences are strictly forbidden. Divine be with you.
It's you. How fares the big investigation, Sugar? It's certainly not something I have seen before. Perhaps Gofanon the smith can help you. His knowledge of metals is positively encyclopedic. Oh, how revolting. Please don't dangle that in front of me. Talk to Dr. West. He's the city mortician and necromancer. You can find him in the building down by the city gate. I believe it's called the Circle of Trust Inn. What a nuisance. But maybe you can convince them when you have gathered enough clues in the other rooms. Hurry back, sweet lips.
See that young scallywag over there, Ebenezer? That's the Dragon Knight everyone is going on about.
That's so, Zard. Kids these days. Not content being plain old human, no? Need to spout fire and the like. Where will it end?
Enslaved by Damien like all the rest, most likely. What a way to end your days. Never mind me, Dragon Knight. I am but an old man with nothing much to say. And what is there left to talk about anyway? Damien will be here soon enough. I heard that there dragon is bad news, Ebenezer.
That's so, is it? What makes you say that?
I've been poisoned! Go get him!
All is coloured green. Only then the trapped shall be seen.
dear Divine, it's you! Am I ever glad you decided to scout this dismal place. I wonder what that key is for. But I don't want to take it from a skeleton's hand. Those catacombs give me the creeps. Quite. Now I'm getting out of here before anything decides to change that. The things that were in here. But I did fend them off. Damn my greed, though. I went straight for the treasure chest and BAM! Locked in. What's in there is yours. You saved me after all. Good day, Dragon Knight, and thank you.
When all is coloured green, only then.
Shiny. Another one to add to the collection. Find a cure. This poison is killing me.
sometimes the only way forwards is backwards.
At last, finally, a mortal found this sad spot of unhallowed ground. When I was all the way up there where the flower grows, I noticed a button hidden in the back of a chest. I wonder what it does. It is where I perished, a great loss to this world. Baldini is the name, perfumer to kings and queens, the finest nose that ever was. My genius caught up with me. I made the most fantastic, finest fragrances in existence. But alas, in the end, my inspiration withered like the rose petals in my laboratory, my place of creation. I knew I would need a whole new ingredient, which is why I set out to find the flower that doesn't exist. I did find the flower, but after plucking it, I was overwhelmed by its aroma and fell to my death. So I waited for someone to find me, hoping all the while my perfume might still be made. I lived far away from here, but a niece of mine lives in Amaranth. She probably resides there still. She is called Chanel. If only you could bring the flower to her and tell her I sent you, I'd be eternally grateful. It is still up there, high up near the ceiling of this vault. During my long years as a perfumer, I exhausted every ingredient that might produce the smell. So, I searched for something, anything that I had not yet heard of. I knew very well that there was not one flower that I did not have acquaintance with. So I dubbed the object of my pursuit the flower that does not exist. It was here, in this forgotten dungeon, that I found it. Alone, mysterious, unexpected. Its scent was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. And when I plucked it, like a divine retribution for daring to tear from the earth such beauty, it intoxicated me, and so caused my death. Do be careful as you ascend.
Shiny. one to add to the collection. We're backpack. As full as it is.
Welcome back to Chanel. Why, yes, he was my uncle, but he disappeared many years ago. His ghost? I must say, I find that hard to believe. But what is that smell? My, what a fragrance! Only my uncle could have given his life in search of the perfect parfum. I believe you, and Though I'm no specialist like he was, I shall endeavor to finish Baldini's bouquet. It will take me some time, though, so come back in a while to see the result.
I do hope you'll fetch me my potions soon. Good health.
Looks like I'm not getting in.
Now then, youngster, was it you who made this rune here a light? Because I must warn you, tinkering with them may be dangerous indeed. If I could only add that rare raccoon rune to my collection. These symbols appeared here a long time ago, as out of nowhere. Tempting to fiddle with, but we didn't. And why didn't we? Because we heard 'twas made by Beligar, and nothing good ever comes out of his schemes. I studied them, and I understand their meaning. Gibberish, if you ask me. But if you want to know which denotes what, I can help you with that. A guard saw a man conjuring up the runes, all the while rhyming, saying the weirdest things. It didn't take long for scholars to figure out who we were dealing with, so Deodatus banned all interference with these concoctions. Of course, you're a dragon knight, and you can do what you please. Your guess is as good as mine, Dragon Knight. Beligar works in mysterious ways. Perhaps there is no reason. Perhaps there is something he wants to protect. Perhaps they can trigger a rain of hamsters. With him, who can tell? I'm a historian belonging to the Prancing Seahorse, the gentleman's club, you know, home of the city's eternal students. Runes and their magical properties have always interested me, so I know what they depict, but in this particular case, I've refrained from trying to establish their use. I know better than to mess with Beligar's tricks and traps. It is an uncommon variety of the now extinct human bear-tooth clan that depicts a cat or kitten. Uncommon variety of the now extinct human bear-tooth clan that depicts a cat or kitten. Interested? You've actually procured that rarest of runes. What an achievement! Such a victory deserves a most generous reward. And you, Dragon Knight.